Hello there everyone. Alex here with Lucksack Games, here for round 2 of the Vintage Challenge. We'll be on the play against Discoverin. Go ahead and keep this because there's a recall, and recall's a pretty good magic card. And there is actual 3 cards that we could draw into that would make this a turn 1 kill, but that's not really what we're aiming for. So, Volcanic Island. Pass. I guess we actually do it during the upkeep because we don't want to go discard. We call ourselves. Good chance this gets countered. Resolves. Sweet. Alright, well, we would have hit the ruby, so not necessarily do we have to worry about that. Astrolabe can go ahead and resolve. Says we're probably against a fair deck, which means that alright, opponent's gonna know we have show and tell, but we have 2 Force of Wills at the moment. One pitches to the other, so not too ideal, but draw an Emrakul off the top. 1 Emrakul, please. Gristlebrand, huh? Gristlebrand, huh? Are we good going in on Gristlebrand? I could also preordain here. I'm good with going in on Gristlebrand. Show and tell. Gristlebrand. See what the opponent puts in. A Mox Ruby. Alright, let's draw 7 cards. Play this out. Cast a preordain. Bottom of Oseiju. Bottom and Opal, draw a card. Additional sneak attack is not what we were looking for. We'll go ahead and go to discard now. Sneak attacks, an Islet, and a seat, I guess. Hold up double force. And next turn we could probably draw towards just show and telling in this Omniscience and killing him that way. Looks like the opponent's probably on a PO list. Black Lotus, that's a magic card. Let's hit them for 7. Then we're going to draw 7 cards. Then we're going to play this Black Lotus. And did we hit Omniscience in there? Did not. Or show and tell. So let's draw 7 more cards. Wow. Oh, there's show and tell. Okay. So we'll cast show and tell here. Put an Omniscience, cast Emrakul. And we should win the game. Alright, opponent. You have a response? Alright, we won our first game. Alright, winning the first game of round 2. Alright, so I think they're probably Possibility Storm. Or not Possibility Storm. Paradoxical Outcome. So I'm going to bring in this Chalice of the Void. Put on 0. And these 2 Arcane Labs. I think the 1 main board Boseiju is probably fine in this matchup. As is probably having 1 Hurkyl's Recall. I'm actually going to go ahead and cut a Hurkyl's Recall and a Cutting Wish. Is that actually true? I think I actually will leave the Cutting Wish main board. There's a lot of things we can wish for that are pretty useful. Kind of want to keep in all our counter magic though. Guess we can cut down on sneak attacks instead. Try it like that. I don't want to die to just like an Ensnaring Bridge or something. It's unlikely it's in their deck probably, but alright, this hand looks keepable. See what the opponent does here. We have no Force of Will, so we'll just be passing. Let's hope we don't die on the first turn. Actually possible in this format. Black Lotus. Merchant Scroll. This This looks like the start of us dying on turn 1. Recall themselves. Alright, alright. Alright, so they're just passing with 7 cards still in their hand. That's fine. So, Sea of Snoid, Mox Sapphire, Mox Opal, which is turned on because we have 3 artifacts. Time Walk, take an extra turn. If the opponent wants to Mind Break Trap that. Doesn't look like it, so we'll go ahead and preordain as well. Omniscience is kind of what we're in for, so we'll take one of those. And then go to our next turn. See what we draw. Second Omniscience is much less ideal. Kind of in for Show and Tell. Put in Omniscience. Cast another Omniscience, cast Arcane Laboratory. See if this just gets forced. Yeah, it's fine. That is totally fine. So, we're fine with that getting countered because we're planning on slamming this Arcane Laboratory next turn. Does put us a little ways off of comboing, however. Brian plays another Astrolabe, so they pitch to preordain the force. Seems reasonable. We draw Mana Drain. I still feel like we want to just get this lab down, so let's see if this resolves. Arcane Laboratory. It does resolve. I think we're in a pretty good position. It's 4 plus 4, not quite enough to cast Omniscience if we counter a PO. But this should be a start. Opponent could also still be playing something relatively fair, I guess. Oh, Pyroblast? Yeah, that's fair. Alright, that's pretty good removal for them. Also a reason Omniscience might not stick around. Bit of a bummer they get to know about this Mana Drain. Bit of a bummer they get to know about this Mana Drain, but that's okay. They now know that we don't have Force though, so there's a good chance that they're going to go for it, and then we die. Yep. Narset. Narset's also not ideal for that, since we can no longer draw cards. See what they picked up off of Narset. Pyroblast. Well, that's a pretty good one. So they currently have Pyroblast up. They sneakily hit it under Arkham's Astrolabe. So we're just going to pass the turn here. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so if the opponent casts into Mana Drain and we draw out land, we can cast Omniscience next turn. It's asking for a lot. But that's fine. We don't care about Mana Bolt. Opponent already has a million mana. They can have as many artifacts as they want. It's a paradoxical outcome that we're going to hit with this drain, though. Alright, looks like they're going for it. Yep, so they likely have a counterspell here, which means that we will be popping this Islet for a force. Because we can still draw a card this turn, and our set only stops things on 1 draw per turn, so we do get a draw here. Fortunately, it's an opal, so we're probably dead. Very likely dead. So we're gonna F6 here, and if the opponent can show us, let's see if they already have it in hand or something. They do not. Alright. Opponent has to actually show us tendrils. This is another PO we can probably just concede. Astrolabe's good. Yeah, they accidentally used their snow. They didn't want to. They want to leave their snow up in case they draw more Astrolabes. Okay, they made it snow in response. That's fine too. Puts it 19 cards in hand. Alright. Alright, we are definitely dead. storm count is 1 billion. We will not actually make the opponent click through the storm combo. As soon as they put the storm card in the stack, we will go ahead and concede. Definitely was correct on putting them on PO though, so that's pretty awesome. Boink. We are dead. I lied. I conceded a little bit earlier than that, but that seems fine. They really don't play their artifacts till the turn they combo. I still think this is kind of the position I want to be in. I think I want one less Arcane Lab. Or, Go and cut 2 of these Mono Drains and bring back in the sneak attacks. That might be the sneaky way we win this game. Would like to play first. Well darn, if one of these Cunning Wishes was a show and tell, we'd be off to the races. As is, we're going to go ahead and take a mulligan. This one's an easy one to mulligan. Ooh. Ah, not like this. Not like this. Alright, we're on 4 cards. We're on 3 cards. Alright, we're going to keep our 3. Alright, we're going to keep our 3. I actually think we can't keep the Omniscience. I think we have to keep the Cantrip. Alright. Well, this game's effectively over. That was a little bit of rough running there. Double Emrakul. We have a lot of like monocrypt type effects that we can draw off the top. Opponent's got a Merchant Scroll for probably Force. Scrolling for Force here seems super strong. Recall. Interesting. That's closer. We only need 1 more land and we get to try and do a thing. Mind you, we might just die. Our opponent's a very good combo deck. They have Black Lotus into replay the same Black Lotus. Alright, so they're leaving up Hardcast Force here, which seems super reasonable. Draw 3 cards, and we get a land. No, not an uncastable demon. We didn't want an uncastable demon, we wanted a land. I think we should have taken the draw at the Force, or the Black Lotus there. Good news is hitting the demon's actually a little bit better than hitting the Emrakul, because it might give us a little more interaction. Well, we're going to take a draw at Force of Will. 1 Force of Will, please. We are going to concede the game at this point. Alright, a little bit rough running here, as we're 0-2 in this vintage league. Alex here with Lucksack Games, reminding you to like, comment, and subscribe, and have an awesome day. Thank you so much for tuning in.